Seconds off.
Hello, hello, hello.
Howdy, y'all. It's so good to be with you. What a wonderful day. It's cold everywhere. It's cold here. It's cold there. It is cold everywhere.
We were under a winter storm advisory this morning
Oh, my
till
word
this
of honor.
afternoon, and we got 1 to 3 inches of snow. And now, what's today? Tuesday, Thursday. We're supposed to get more.
Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Well, it ain't gonna snow here. We'll probably get some ice. How about
The only day I like snow is Christmas. When I wake up, I want to see snow on Christmas, and then after that, I don't need to see it anymore.
Well, snow's a nice thing. It's God's way of purifying the earth. You better go over there and dump about 15 inches on California.
Right? Or at least rain.
Well, but you know what? It ain't going to matter, Linda, because they have people, they have pictures of people lighting them on fire, lighting
Well,
garbage cans on fire, lighting everything on fire.
crazy.
You just can't make this stuff up. No matter what you do with it, you can't make this stuff up.
Okay, so I'm excited today because we only have 6 more days.
That's right.
6 more days.
That's right.
And tomorrow night, it's, it should just be done when he gives his farewell address to the nation.
I wonder
But I'm going to watch it.
You think
I'm
Dr. Jill did?
even though I can't stand his voice, I can't stomach the words he says and his stumbles and bumbles, but then he'll probably have a teleprompter and they'll probably medicate him like all crazy. So he'll probably do a halfway decent job because he's probably been sleeping for 2 days to get ready for it.
Nah, just like he did in California when he went over there and he said, "Oh, this is so devastating. I'm so sorry for y'all. This is terrible. But you know what? I got a new great-grandchild."
You can't make this stuff up, you guys.
It's like saying, "I'm so sorry that your place is on fire and everything's burning up, but I stayed in the Holiday Inn Express last night."
One of my buddies let me have his mansion for a couple of days in wherever else. Hi, Royal Apple.
Oh, is the smoke and fire really bad, Royal Apple, over by you? Or are you just exhausted from hearing about them all the time? I'm going to tell you something really funny. So, yesterday I touched on how everybody's going to be walking along with a new Prada evening gown and 4-inch heels, walking down the street trying to clean up their debris from what these people are donating. But they asked for makeup. Now, I thought at first that was kind of stupid because who wants to have makeup when their house burned on fire? Then I got to thinking, some of those people without makeup on are scary.
Yeah.
So maybe they need makeup.
Maybe.
Hello, Norm from Oklahoma.
Hi, Norm.
It's my Okie friend. Do you know I got to talking to Norm and we've lived in the same places?
Really?
Or I know places that, yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was an interesting conversation. So, after I wash off my face and everything and I look at myself in the mirror, I thought, if I didn't have a house and all my makeup burned up, yeah, maybe I would want some give me some makeup. At least give me some.
Exactly.
Maybe give me some mascara or something because I look like 10 miles of bad road.
Hello, Segway.
Links to your Discord server. They want links to our Discord server, so you need to. I know. Hey, okay, I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
I'll get it for you while Connie talks about how wonderful life is.
You mean Linda?
Oh, yeah, whoever's talking, and I guess that's me, right? Oh my God, for Pete's sake. For
Oh,
Pete's sake, y'all. Somebody kept me up way too late last night talking and going on.
yeah, right.
I'm
I
just,
heard about that.
I'm just,
Anyway,
you know
um,
what? I enjoyed every bit of it. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't have traded it, and I'm a little bit tired, but it's all right. Because you know what? It's all right.
right. Well, I do have to say when we were talking about the snow, um, on was it Friday night or Saturday night? What day did we get the snow? Friday night? Yeah, Friday night. On Friday night, I wasn't at home, but I was looking out the bedroom window, and the way the street light was hitting the front yard, it looked like there were little diamonds all over the front lawn.
See,
And
it's a
it
gift
was
from
so
God.
what?
It's a gift from God.
And it was so pretty. It really was very, very pretty. I will admit it was very pretty, but I'm glad I was on the inside looking out.
That's always the best place to be, is on the
Yes.
inside looking out, you know.
Yes.
But they did, that's what they said. They said, we want some makeup and we want some new high heel shoes and we want to look like nothing's ever happened here.
Well, I mean, it is award season, so I don't know. They can't
Or,
wear the same dresses because what if they wore them there?
well, I'm looking for them so I can say, hey, look, didn't Kim Kardashian wear that last year? Hey,
I don't
I
think
know where you got
anybody I don't think anybody would wear Kim Kardashian's clothes.
Well, then
What
we'll say,
little she has on.
right, or J Lo. She's another one that wants to show her gifts given to her or made or
Filled in,
or or boosted or whatever. I
boosted.
don't even know where to go there. I don't even know how to handle all that. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm going to tell you down here it is cold because my internet's. We can't do this because it's just too cold.
We get into sub-zero weather and I'm not having problems with the internet. My internet was running too hot, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I got news for you. If it gets any colder, it's probably just gonna go. I got Fred Flintstone over there riding his bike, keeping the internet going.
Segue, don't forget to subscribe and like.
Yeah, please, please, and yeah, and share and do all that kind of stuff that I don't know
Right.
anything about. Because you know what? Because us hillbilly hicks don't know about all that stuff. It's like
Because our shows have a tendency to start in one direction and go totally in the other direction.
yeah, because you know what? You got to keep up with us because you know this flight could take off in a whole different path. But we're going to tell you now that on Sunday we're going to be here so that we can watch them at that party that Trump, I wish, would not be given. You know, but
And we're going to come in full barrel, sliding on the belly to a halt.
Yeah.
We're going to camp out there for 3 days.
Yeah, we're going to be in DC for 3 days. We're going to be there Sunday, and we'll get there Sunday, and then Monday's the inauguration. So we're going to be there sliding in on Sunday afternoon, and then
we all know what Tuesday is.
What's Tuesday? And then Tuesday's deportation Tuesday. Yep, we got deportation Tuesday, and Clyde will be joining us driving the bus.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make Tuesdays. We're going to make Tuesdays deportation Tuesdays on the deportation bus. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. Hello, Hazeltine. I'm sorry I did not say hello. I am behind. Hello,
Okay,
KMM.
ma'am.
Yeah, it's my dinosaur isn't working very good on the internet. Look, I am running so slow.
You are.
It is the craziest thing. So just let's muster through this, guys. Let's just muster through it because nobody knows about this cold weather down here. They're like, ooh, it's so cold.
Well, it is winter time. I guess we shouldn't complain.
No,
But
I had no complaints here. I was ready to put on my winter clothes because, Saturday's going to be 73 degrees.
mm,
And then
Saturday,
Sunday's 30.
it's going to be 32 Saturday.
We're going to be
And then
70.
Next week, we go back to the Arctic blast.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. We're going to be 70, 75, and then we're going to be 30 the next day. And they wonder why everybody's getting sick. Okay, dear God, you know what? Can you just kind of make it just a little bit kind of livable? We'll take 55, 60, and you can just leave it there. But, if you got people that you want to punish, then just punish them in that small area in their house.
Right. Just.
Okay, MM, I bet it is cold there. What is the temperature there? Wisconsin, cheese country. What is the temperature? She's higher up than you are.
I know it can't be all that warm because I know we're cold. 2 degrees.
Oh,
is that with or without the wind chill?
She's having a heat wave. She's above zero. Are you above zero?
Still below freezing.
Well, I want you to know, okay, I'm going to give you all a big laugh here, okay? So, Connie, I can take the cold. But we don't want it too cold. And I think we burned almost half a cord of wood. And the coldest we've gotten, I think, is 43. Well,
you thin-blooded people, you.
No, I wanted to start my fireplace, so I would have turned on the air conditioner if I had to. I was going to do that too.
Oh, there's no way I could do that, KMM. There is no way. I could not be in 14-degree weather for 3 hours. But then again, skating around, you probably do get heated. I don't know.
Oh, look at where are you at? That it's 9 degrees.
Oh, yeah. Where are you at?
Okay, so y'all, I want you to think real seriously about something because something really important is going to happen here. I am so slow. I keep looking at myself going, look,
That's right, it is. Go on.
Am I blinking faster than that? Anyway, I just wanted to say that watch your house insurance. Watch your house insurance because it's going to go across the nation. We got to help pay for California's $117 million homes. Yeah. Hello, Donna. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Donna. Now, you know what, though? I heard that the big banks, the big like JP Morgan and the big mortgage brokers and everything, I heard that they are donating and they're helping people with their home situation. Or they're going to.
That's nice. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something now. I don't really particularly care too much for Paris Hilton or whatever her doggone name is, but they're given to the animals, Donna, and I think that's very kind of them that they're doing the shelters and making sure that the people that aren't going to come back and get their pets, that the pets are being donated or adopted out. And that was her thing.
Right.
Everybody else is asking for makeup. That ain't no joke. Have you ever seen J-Lo with no makeup on? That's kind of a scary situation there.
A lot of them are.
You
Well,
know,
I mean, work's kind of scary without ours.
well, you know what? But I ain't on TV showing my face all the time either, and asking for somebody to send me a palette of eyeshadow.
Right. But I mean, can you imagine though? When you go out in public, you have to put your makeup on every single time.
I know, Cam, I thought about those.
Yeah.
It's 12 degrees where Donna's at. Oh my gosh. You know what, Donna? I want you to know that it is 41 here, and I've burnt about half a cord of wood. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh because you know what? We don't have our heater going. See, we just turned our heater off. We don't have it going. So it's 68 in the house.
Well, it's 55 in the basement.
You know, I don't think people should put their mama in the basement. I'm sorry. Don't put your mama in the basement freezer. That's just not right. Yeah, you know.
You
So
can't very well put a newborn in the basement.
no, you can't. You can't do that. All right. So you know what? There's videos out, and I wish I could show you some of them because I saw some of them, but I think I'd probably get a copyright strike, although they could probably still copyright strike me. But if you want to see me, get over to Monkey Works. He was showing them, and he was showing truly people setting garbage cans on fire and trash cans and garbage and anything else I could find. One guy just set a whole bunch of things on fire. Wonder how much money these people made just doing that for Gruesome Newsome.
I don't know.
It's all going to come out.
It will. It'll all come out eventually.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He's not due until February, right? I think he's coming in January myself, but yeah. You don't think so? I can
No, he has to come at least February 1st. Because, you know, I got a new tattoo and it's the birth color is purple. So he's got to come in February.
All right, Cletus, did you hear that? You can't come until February. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We're just gonna call him the boy.
The boy, the kid.
The boy.
The boy. Hey, boy. Hey, child.
They won't tell me his name.
Hey, Rugrat. You know, so y'all, there's so much going on right now that I can't wrap my head around it. I was telling y'all yesterday that all I do is sit and listen so I can bring stuff to you. And you can ask Linda the truth. I am on stuff, listening to stuff all day long. And I'll tell her, hey, you know what? I'm listening to something. I'll call you back. And she may not hear from me till 2 days later. But I go to sleep at night with my earbud in, listening to stuff. And Clyde said, this is coming to a halt when I get on this bus. And I said, you're right. Anyway, there's just so much out there. There's just so much out there.
It is.
But I want to tell you a couple things that I got to tell you. Did you know that Biden just gave everybody in California $780. God love him. He's so generous. While he gives out billions of dollars to the Ukraine. How kind of him.
So kind. Bless his little heart.
Bless his heart. He's so kind. He was so generous with his money, our government money that he had left over before he sent it to the Ukraine. Right. Oh, let's make sure we got enough to send everybody $700 before we send the rest of it to the Ukraine. I mean, y'all, we can't make this stuff up. There's no way we can make this stuff up.
No. Nope, not at all.
Did I see the reel on the smart meter? No, I didn't see it. I'll have to watch it. Send it to me so I can watch it, because I tell you what, I watch everything else. They have arrested in California at this time 16 people. 16 people for being arsonists. And do you know not one of them looked like they were from this country?
Hmm.
You know, do you think about that a little bit? Think that maybe some of those people came here and they're setting fires on purpose?
Well, what did our grandparents and a lot of other people say is that they can't destroy us. They have to destroy us from within.
That's right. That's right. And that's what oh, and speaking of that, did you know that one of them was an ex-fire? One of them they arrested for arson, or they know it wasn't arson. They got him for having explosives in his apartment and all kinds of stuff. And he was a fireman in California. How about that? Was he planning? What was he planning on doing? Blowing up the place after? I mean, there's not much left anyway. What are you going to do with all those explosives?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is Deportation Tuesday. We also have a big, big surprise coming.
Yeah, Clyde's driving the bus.
We also have a big surprise too.
Oh, yeah, we're driving a bus.
We're going from a plane to a bus.
Yep, we're going from a plane to a bus that has a
Cage.
Because we gotta be safe, y'all. It's all in the matter of being safe.
Well, yes. We don't want to become a statistic.
No, we don't. We don't. And
what good would it be? What good would it be if, poor Connie would have to get on here all the time by herself, or I would have to get on here by myself? Well, we can't, that just wouldn't work.
No, we got to have a bus driver. So,
right.
So
right. We got to stay safe in the meantime too.
Right. And he's so excited to be that bus driver that he told me, he sent me a text message today and said, the bus rolls today. And I said, no, it don't. It don't roll until after inauguration.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It don't roll. The wheels don't roll on the bus until after inauguration. So, you know what, Donna, you're right. None of us are safe. It's going to get a little bit sticky.
Well, yes, that's true. But you're definitely safer in your homes than you are on a bus with a bunch of illegals.
This is true. I mean, you know what? I am too, and I think he is too. He told me this afternoon when he called me at lunchtime, all aboard.
That's too funny.
I said, do you make sure you collect those tickets now? Those bus tickets. It's gonna be exciting.
Maybe I'm around Ellie Mae too much, but the only thought that goes through my mind is the wheels on the bus go round and round.
You know what, Donna? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know what? God's got this. God's got this, and He has got us covered, and He is watching. Hi there, Sputsy Love. How are you? It's good to see you. Make sure you like and subscribe. We love having you here. Don't be afraid, Donna. Don't be afraid, because I'm going to tell you right now, God's got this. He's got this. He's got this, and Clyde's got the bus. So, it's we might be locked in our house because things may be going on outside, and Fred Flintstone may be running my internet, but by golly, we're going to have a good time with it.
Yes, we are. We
because you know
can't be
what?
serious all the time.
And we can't be afraid. Lord don't want us afraid.
No, no.
Want us afraid. He doesn't want us scared. He says, you know, I'm there and I'm watching you. I'm your protector. And don't you think for one second that I've given up on you, because I haven't.
I mean, and maybe I just put it in my head, or I'm naive or whatever, but I just put it in my head that most of the illegals are west and east and south. I don't think there's very many other than in New York. That's east. I don't think there's very many in the Midwest. I mean, you're going to come from
Oh, I hope
you're going to come from 120-degree weather to sub-zero. What are you, nuts?
Okay, well, here's the thing, y'all. This is what we haven't stopped to think about. All right, so some of those people can take the cold. Some of them can't. You know, those people from Mexico and Venezuela and
Well,
that
I'm
kind
sure
of
they
thing.
didn't have their winter jackets packed.
Well, I'm sure they got a down coat somewhere, but some of them can go up into the mountains where the snow is at, because that's their terrain, and they can
Well,
live that kind of cold, like
true,
people from Afghanistan and those areas,
true.
and they can hide in the woods. But don't you worry none, because I'll tell you what, our bus goes into those wooded areas too. We go down dirt roads too. Don't hide,
We
because we
got
go
those
down
big
dirt
old spotlights on the top of the. We got those big old spotlights on the top of the bus. We
Yeah,
will
we'll find
find them.
Yeah, if you're going to come in here and you're going to try to destroy our country,
Do
then
you
you're going to
really?
be on the bus going home, because we don't need this. We don't need this. Our American people don't need this. We just don't
Hmm.
need this. You know, and
That's
and
where it
and if
is.
you're coming here to make a better life for yourself and everything, I'm all about that. I ain't against that, but I'm going to say this: um, can you do it the right way, like everyone else had to?
That surprises me, Donna. That really does. I mean,
It's cold there. That's surprise. They don't like that kind of cold weather up there, down there, up there. I guess you're up there from me.
she's down there for me, but up there from you.
Yeah, everybody's up there. I'm on the end of the earth. Are you kidding me? There ain't
I,
nowhere else for me to go than to go swim with the fishes.
maybe the reason that I feel safe in Michigan, even though I hate the state because it's the weather. Anyway, and there's no mountains, and it's just ugly. It's flat and ugly. Um, but maybe because we have the Middle Eastern people and the Polish people, we have a huge Polish community and a huge um, Middle Eastern, Muslim, Arabic, whatever you want to, however you want to say it.
Yeah,
So maybe they're all afraid to come here
it
because
could.
they. So I
I
don't
thought
know.
they all got dropped off in the bigger cities. Is Detroit a sanctuary city?
No,
Well, then they're not there. They're in Denver, though. They're all over Denver. In fact, did you see where the guy that they just today they picked him up and arrested him because he was stabbing some people just walking down the street? Anybody that he could get a hold of with his knife, he was stabbing them.
I mean, what goes
This
through
is
your head?
mental health problems.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know what? You don't just walk down the street and just start stabbing everybody
I
that's
mean,
around.
what are you like Oprah? And you get a knife, and you get a knife, and
That's
you get a
exactly
knife.
what's going on. And you know
I mean,
what?
I don't. I'm not
Mental
trying to
health.
make fun of it or light of it, but I
No.
mean, what goes through your head? It's just, oh my goodness.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I
Oh,
can,
we
I
have
can tell
we
you
have
this.
whole
It's going
city.
to be scary at first. And I've already pre warned y'all that it's going to be about 3 or 4 days of pretty scary stuff. That's why I want you to stay in your house and make sure you got stuff for a few days, maybe a week. I want to make sure y'all safe as long as you're in your house. You know, it's almost like the plague in the Bible. You know, everybody had to go wipe their blood, the lamb's blood on the door so that nothing happened to them. Well, I'm telling you, we're going to stay in our house where it's safe,
Right.
and we're going to say our prayers, and we're going to eat and give all blessings to the Lord, and they can do whatever they want to out there on the streets. And then everything's going to calm down, and we're going to go back to business as normal, as usual.
And then we're all going to call Connie.
Yeah, and Connie's going to be having a big rip roaring party with my Fred Flintstone that's over here running my internet, that's riding his bike and running the internet. You know, he's paddling along because my internet's going. Excuse me for a second. I think somebody's at my. Nope, I guess not. Ah, somebody was at my door, and it wasn't that person.
It was the UPS man.
It probably was. You know, they come out here once in a while out here in the boonies. You know, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so, you know, a lot of times I ain't wrong here, you guys. And it's hard for me to get this out of my mouth because I always say, don't ever put it in the air. Please don't ever put it in the air, because what goes in the air has a tendency to manifest. But this is what I'm going to say to you, and I think you guys will be able to read between the lines. It's awfully quiet.
Right.
It's awfully quiet. And these people aren't known to be quiet. So keep your head on a swivel, because I just have a funny feeling something's getting ready to happen. Yes, we need to say a prayer for Trump and his family, for sure. Words have a lot of power. You're right, Donna, and that's the reason I don't like to put them in the air unless they're good words. But I'm just telling you right now, and it's not any words that's hurting anybody, but it's awfully quiet for that side of the aisle. They're not known for being that quiet.
Yep.
But it's okay, because you know we're going to have our glory, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. I know it. So
right. Well, at least we'll be out of the air, so we won't be hitting any turbulence.
Right? We won't have no snow and no fires and no ice and no whatever else, you know. Well, I don't know. We're supposed to get hit on the 20th with a polar blast. Texas. I got to go out there and cover my peach tree, y'all, because, you know, that's kind of an important thing in my heart. The only thing it seems to produce.
We used to have a peach tree, a cherry tree, an apple tree, and we had one more. I can't remember.
Well, the man's getting ready to stand in the snow in a very short time. And you know what? And I think there's a lot of things that's going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. And you guys are all going to giggle, because I know where you got that. When a man stands in the snow, the truth will come out. And I'm going to tell you something, and you can read here too. I don't think it's the man that she thinks it's going to be, because I think it's going to be the one that she's not too happy with that's going to be standing in the snow and telling the truth. Just saying.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow in DC on Monday. I'm just saying.
Just saying, y'all. Think about it. Because there's a lot of things he knows right now. He's been doing a lot of digging. Yep, the chickens are coming home to rest. They are. And you know, I always say about that that Noah thing. I like to keep referring to that Noah thing. You know how the slaves were born and they didn't know they were going to be born to have to build the castle for the king or the pharaoh or whatever you want to call him. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what. That Red Sea moment's getting ready to happen, and these people are not going to know what to do. They're just not, because I've been warning of it for 2 years now. We're getting a Red Sea moment, y'all.
So we're getting the Red Sea moment at the same time the man stands in the snow. How much more powerful can that be?
There you go. And there's going to be things that are going to come out. Now, you know what? They have held us in as far as bondage. All of us have a number on our birth certificates. And do you know we've been known as collateral for the United States to borrow all this money so that they can send it to God only knows where?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's called the straw man. And you know, nobody ever knew that kind of stuff. I never knew that I was going to be collateral for anybody.
I never knew my kids would be collateral.
But we were, and we are. And it's all right, because you know what? All that's coming back to us. We're getting all of that back. We're getting all our money back, all of this. We're going to charge you for your property taxes for the umpteenth years. And I know you have been paying on your house for 30 years. How good for you. You paid it off. But you know, all those 30 years that you paid property taxes. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that either. That's going to stop too. Or the taxes. Taxes. Okay. You know what? This one will kill you. All right. So I don't know how many of y'all have this on your car tags. When you get your car tags, you have to do an inspection.
Well, we don't. Okay,
well, here you had to do an inspection, and it ran like $15 or whatever. All right. Enough. Nobody wants to hear you. Oh, I guess everybody. No, I think that's a Missy. Now, Benny's in the kitchen. Somebody just walked in the door. Somebody's getting met at the door, y'all. And somebody's just too lazy to get off the couch to go meet them. They're just going to sit there and bark. Here's the thing. We had to pay a tax to have our cars inspected, $15. And now they're saying, you know what? You don't have to pay that $15 to get your car inspected anymore. Right? But we're still going to charge you the tax. What? Clyde just got home. That's why they're doing that.
Well, Clyde better make his way home earlier next week.
I know. I'm going to tell him that you're going to kind of got to skip that gym that you think that you need to work out for to drive the bus, because it's got to stop right now.
At least on Tuesdays.
Kudos
to him for staying in shape.
You're late. We already started the bus rolling. We already pulled out. You're going to have to run after the bus.
Slow down.
Right? Can't you see him right now? Wait, I'm driving the bus. Okay, well, you know what? You're a little late. We already pulled out of the depot.
He'll become the $6 million man.
I know. You know what? That's funny. That's exactly how it was. Funny how they did that with him and the Bionic Woman, and it always went. It was in slow motion while they were supposedly running 100 miles an hour. Man, I tell you what, we had some poor graphics growing up. You know what? We're gonna pull out of the depot. The bus is rolling. No, we're pulling next week. Got your bus ticket?
Did you get your chauffeur license?
Did you get your CPL license? Yeah, I bet you did. Well, whatever. So yeah, y'all, you know what? The crazy things are going on all around us. And you know what? And we're going to stay strong and we're going to be vigilant and we're going to be good and everything is going to be amazing. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be amazing. You know, whether you believe it or not, it's a good time to be alive.
And we have 8 years because I don't think people are going to not vote the way they voted this last time in 4 years. I think they're going to want to keep the ball rolling.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Nobody wants to go through what we went through these last 4 years ever again. And you
Mm-mm.
know, you don't take care of another country and not take care. You don't take care of another country and not take care of your own. This is what's going on in California right now. He
Hi,
gave
Gloria
all this
Jean.
stuff away. Hey, Gloria Jean. This
Right.
is what happened. He gave all this stuff to fight the fires away to the Ukraine, and now he can't fight his own.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've got planes, the watercraft planes that drop the water. They've got them all the way from Quebec. Do you know how far Quebec is from California?
well, maybe Zenlitsky would like to send ours back to us and send them back to California. Think he can send those fire trucks to us?
Right? I mean, it's no wonder why men and women don't want to become firefighters or policemen anymore. I believe, and I know at least here in Michigan, a good, and I have to say 70 to 80% of our police officers are former military.
Well, of course. What we're gonna have to do if something doesn't change is we're gonna have to all get in a big old long line with the bucket. And everybody start the buckets going without fires. Because you know what? They're gonna give all of our stuff away.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous, y'all.
No.
We look like a third world country that we have to ask everybody to come in and help us because we've given all of our stuff away.
And if you talk to somebody on the other side of the aisle that's in or involved with the military any way, shape, or form, they will tell you that Biden did not give them all that money. A lot of it was our used old planes and
Oh, yeah.
tanks that we were going to get rid of anyway.
No,
So it's all in there, and they just added that in
no. I don't
to
believe
the
one bit of
total
that.
that he's given.
I don't believe one bit of that. You know what? If you believe that, I got some swampland I'll sell you in Guyana.
But you can't make up these lies.
Well, you know
You
what?
know?
When a mayor decides that the best place to be when she knows a fire's getting ready to break out is in Guyana, we got a problem. We got a problem.
Yeah, we do.
You know, the mayor of our city when Harvey hit took off, and I don't know where he went, but guess what? He ain't mayor no more. And I don't see that Gavin Newsom's going to have his job much longer. I'd almost guarantee you that. I'd like to take a bet on that. Anybody want to give me odds that Gavin Newsom don't have a job?
No, I think Gavin Newsom should go off into the wild wander with Trudeau, holding hands, skipping along the Rainbow Road.
It could happen. Don't say it. It could happen. Put it out there in the air. It could come to fruition.
I'm just saying.
You know.
I mean, you know.
Justin Trudeau don't seem. Well, he's awful quiet too. What's going on with that?
You know, I just don't understand how other countries can get people out of their position and we can't.
Because they have a coup and they all get up in arms and have a big fight. We couldn't get America to stand up and go over there and Look what happened when we tried that. They put him in jail.
Right before we came on air tonight, I had on the world news, which I don't have it on very often, but I had on the world news, and the police and like equivalent to our Secret Service were all heading to South Korea's president house to get him out and arrest him. He's been impeached for months, and he's
See?
been held up in his home.
See?
And they just go and do it. Why don't we have backbones like that with our military and
Well,
with our police?
Next one's going to be France. I'm telling you, old Macron is on his last stand too. And
Yes,
South
South Korea.
Yeah. I'm telling you. You know, people are getting tired of everybody walking all over them and getting away
Right.
with it.
Right.
And you know, we're all Christians, and it says love thy neighbor, and it also says in the good book, it says love thy neighbor and then turn the other cheek and do all this kind of stuff. Okay, well, that's all good when it comes to small things, but when you start, it also says that if you give all your stuff away, soon you'll need help yourself.
And it also says an eye for an eye.
Well, that's the Old Testament. It does. That's the Old Testament, but yes, it does say an eye for an eye. But you know, you guys, this is not just a country war or a people's war. This is a spiritual war.
Well, yeah.
When it comes to spiritual wars, that's time for us to armor up and stand up.
Right. Well,
As
we've known
Christians,
that for a
we need
long
to stand
time.
up and say, look, I rebuke all of this in the name of Jesus and blood of Jesus. Jesus is going to protect us and everything, and we're not going to have this evil in our country anymore.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Right.
We're not going to have it. We're not going to have it.
Nope. Can't do it anymore.
Well, I'm going to have to go outside and tell Fred Flintstone, would he please speed up this or something? I'm telling you.
Well, maybe the T-Rex is tired, or the pterodactyl.
Oh,
Maybe
something's
the
going
pterodactyl's tired from
Yeah,
running
well,
on.
He pedaled an awful lot last night. He was pedaling a lot. He was pedaling really hard last night, so he's probably tired.
Yeah, those late nights, they'll get you.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Like I said, I wouldn't have changed anything about it. So
It is, you're right, KMM. It is the big cleanup. It's
It's
going to
the
be the big cleanup. And
It
the truth will be revealed.
Oh, and there's going to be some people that you don't even think for a split second could have ever done anything like that. And they're going to come out. It's
Mhm.
going to shock y'all. You're good. I mean, we all know Nancy Pelosi was doing her stuff, so that won't come as any big shock.
No.
But there's going to be some.
The big names aren't going to be a shock.
Yeah, it's going to be the underlining people that you think were on your side. They're going to come out and you're going to go, oh, wait a minute. I thought you were on our side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I'll tell you another one I think is dirty. And I can almost guarantee you that, McConnell's not clean it by any means.
Well, no, and he's also not there either.
Well, that's because he kept freezing up and they kept trying to jumpstart him.
Right.
He'd be standing there and he'd be talking away, and all of a sudden he'd be freezing up like I'm freezing up right now. I think Mitch McConnell has sent his whatever's wrong with him to my computer.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to be fine. I'm telling you right now, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I heard those words myself. You're going to be fine.
And we will.
And we're
We'll
going to be
survive.
fine.
And,
It's going to be a little rough, little rocky.
Right.
We're going to be fine.
And it may be worse in some areas than others.
Well, I think the people in the big cities and the people that are in those sanctuary cities, those ones that want to, I don't know what they want to do, but I'm going to tell you, they may see it a lot worse than the rest of us.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
You know, I don't think that they're gonna come all the way down here to nowhere land or the end of the earth to do anything to eat. But you know what? I'm right here next to a basin, so that's kind of a scary thought too.
Right.
I'm not too worried, y'all. I've got a peace inside me.
Right.
I have more peace inside me right now today than I have had in months. So,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Well, we all should definitely have peace next Monday.
We are going to have peace next Monday because because the next day somebody really strong is going to be driving the deportation bus. He's worked on his physique for 2 years so he can
Well,
drive the deportation bus.
hopefully, there's more people out there that are having deportation buses other than just us.
Right? Right? You
And
know, Royal Apple, we all need to grow thick skin.
yeah,
Hey, Clyde, we're really excited for you to be driving that deportation bus next Tuesday. Everybody's excited. Everybody's excited. They can't
yeah,
wait for you.
Royal Apple.
They're so
You're right.
excited for you to get over here and drive the deportation bus.
I Royal Apple, I can go one better. I'm not scared. I have grandchildren.
Well, what time do I have to be there?
6:30.
I can be there.
Huh?
I'll be there.
He said did you hear him? He said he'd be here to drive the deportation bus at 6:30 on Tuesday.
All right, Clyde, we're holding you to it.
Okay.
All right. Because it's going to be a goodie. And then we're going to just drive it on peacefully. We're going to peacefully, like Trump said, peacefully drive them over to the OK Corral where they're going to corral them up. We just got to make sure that they get to where they need to go.
Wrangle them up like they do the cattle.
No. And isn't that sad, y'all, that we even talk like that about humans? But you didn't come over here. So a lot of them didn't come over here to be peaceful.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I mean, and unfortunately, it gives a bad name to the ones that really did want to get out of their situation, because we all know how bad Brazil and Venezuela is.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? You get all your people, and I wonder how they'd like it if we just unloaded Gitmo into one of their countries. Oh, we're going to just unload all of our stuff. Although, you know what? Biden did just let loose 11 of the Yemen and then try to start a war over there. This don't make no horse sense. It don't make no horse sense. You couldn't hold this water in a bucket because it just... You're like, what? You're going to start a war with Yemen, but you're going to let 11 of the most notorious terrorists out of Gitmo that are Yemen?
Yeah. Thank you, Royal Apple. Yes, I do have on a very warm sweater because where I am sitting, it is 51 degrees and I'm in a home.
Well, turn on the heater and play, would you?
It'll go back on.
Yeah. Well, it's 68 here, and we got the fireplace going. So, but we're supposed to really, really get cold. So I got a few things. I want y'all to say a prayer for me. Because I've got an application out. I just put in an application for a job that there is no reason under God's green earth that I should not be able to get it, because I've got 37 years experience in doing what I applied for. So if y'all just say a prayer for me that I can land this job, that would be very nice, because I could help this channel a lot better if I had a job. Thank you, KMM.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Royal Apple.
But y'all, again that time, and I hate that time. But we'll be
Especially on Tuesdays.
okay, Donna, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be 30, 31 with the wind chill factor at 23 down here. That's cold for us. That's cold for us, you know, because it's probably going to be humid too. So that's going to make it even colder. So I'll just stay in my house and start at my fireplace and whistle Dixie until it gets warmer where I can go outside. So,
Right.
all right, y'all. So remember, I haven't gotten it up yet, but I'll make the thumbprint or thumbnail or thumb whatever tomorrow. So we will see you on Sunday at 3:00 so we can whoop it up at the party. I can't believe he's having that party that early. He's showing his age. Who has a party at 3:00 in the afternoon? Unless it's a birthday party for a little girl or a little boy. All right, y'all. Well, anyway, so Sunday we'll see you at, yes, it'll be very cold. So we're going to keep the fireplaces going, and we're going to have to wrap the pipes, and we're going to have to turn on the water a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a burger run. Yum. I'd like a burger. I think that's funny. I was just saying that's what I was going to cook for tomorrow. So, y'all, we'll see you Sunday at 3:00 so we can whoop it up with them for the pre-celebration party.
Have
And
a safe weekend.
have a safe weekend. We'll see you Sunday. And please say a prayer for the Trump family that everything goes good. I really wish that he wasn't doing this, but you know what? I guess he knows better than I know. Right?
Right.
So I will see you all on Sunday. Love you. Blessings to y'all.
Right.
And it's been a blast. See you Sunday.
Bye.
Good night.